welcome to Girl, Geek, and the Gay, the show with opinions you probably don't agree with. I am Jose. Here to my left, I have the lovely Jaime.
Hola.
And there in the background, there's Adolfo.
Hi.
He said hi. How you doing today, Jaime?
I'm doing really good.
You have a story that you've been dying to tell.
Well, yeah, because it literally just happened. So, it made me laugh so hard that I almost passed out. So.
Okay, you really built this story up for me.
And so I think maybe I built it up too much, but it was probably a lot funnier when it happened. Okay, so
go on.
So you text me that you're here, right? So as I'm going
On time.
Okay, it's 2:22 right now.
What's your point?
That means 1:30 was 40 minutes, 50 minutes ago almost. Okay. Anyway, since you wanted to point that out. Yeah, text me, I'm here. I was about to run over to you, and as I open the door, there's a package at the door, right? And I'm like, oh, what's this? It says my name on it. I was like, I don't remember ordering anything, right? So I turn around, I look at Adolfo, right? I'm like, he starts making his face, right? Like, I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, like I don't remember opening anything. I don't remember ordering anything, right? So, like I really didn't remember ordering anything. So he starts making his face almost like kind of implying that he ordered something for me. Right?
Okay.
So I'm like, for real, did you really give me something? Blah. I'm like, what the fuck is this, right? Like I was like really curious about it, you know? I'm like, like it wasn't me. Did you? He wasn't saying anything. He was just making his face like he did.
Smart.
The whole time. So I go, I'm like, shit, let me open this real quick, right? Because Jose's outside waiting. That's why he waited a little bit longer. So I open it. I'm opening it. It's like this, you know, it's just like, I couldn't tell what it was at first. So I pulled it out, I ripped it open. I fling it open. It's a work jacket that I ordered myself. And this bitch is implying the whole time that he had a surprise for me. I literally started laughing so hard because he played that shit so well. Honestly, I almost passed out. I really did. I got dizzy for a second because I started laughing so hard. It was funnier in the moment.
Yeah,
I know. I'm sorry.
Those stories are always the best ones to tell.
But it was just funny. You had to be there, especially with the way that he plays. Like he totally got me. This bitch never surprises me. That's why it was awesome. It was an awesome surprise. But there was no surprise. I ordered myself a work jacket, and I forgot I ordered it. So yeah, he didn't give me anything, bitch. It was funnier when it happened. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, fine.
Okay, how are you, Jose?
I'm good. Yep. I'm better. I had a rough week.
Oh no.
Had a hell of a week.
Oh
my god. I had a no good dirty rotten Monday.
Oh no. Mondays.
Oh my god.
Damn, it's Sunday right now.
Yeah, like my Monday and Tuesday were terrible. So Monday and what sucks is that they were both my fault.
Yeah, okay. What did you do?
Okay, so Monday, I was pretty much done with work, and I was just like, I'm gonna do one more. I can do one more.
Oh no.
One more is always the worst thing, right?
Yes.
But you know what? I finished it really quick. I got done in probably about half an hour.
Oh, okay.
Well, I got to where I was going and back in half an hour. But then I had to wait for them to clear out space so I could stick my trailer in, and I waited for 45 minutes.
Jesus.
And nobody was clearing that space. So eventually, I just went past the security.
Yeah.
Because what are they gonna do? Jump in front of me? So I just went past the security.
Yeah.
I went all the way into where they parked their trains. I just dropped it in the middle of their lanes.
Wow.
And I left.
Wait, so was this your work base or was this the?
No, this is the facility that we work out of.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So I just dropped the trailer off like right in the middle of their traveling lanes, basically.
Yeah.
And left. I was angry. I was so mad at this point because I waited for 45 minutes.
What was the reason they didn't come out?
I don't know. And at first I was like, okay, shift change, but it doesn't take 45 minutes. And I would see the yard drivers coming around and nothing. And then like they would even they were all huddling, just having conversations.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck this. I'm just gonna go and block their work.
Yeah.
You know, so they have to move this now.
Right.
So I did,
Yeah.
but I got back to my car and I was just in such a bad mood.
Oh no.
I jumped in my car and I didn't the glass was all fogged up and like, you know, it was cold. So I jumped in my car. I didn't even let it defrost, and I took off and I couldn't see shit. And so I start making a left turn, and there's this car that comes around the corner, and they're going pretty fast. And I could have stopped, and I should have stopped,
Oh no!
And I was like, "Fuck this! I could go." So I took it and I hit the island.
Like you hit the island.
Yeah, I hit the island, and it popped both of my tires.
Oh,
both of my tires on my left hand side.
Wow.
So I was like, "Oh, fucking son of a bitch!" At this point, it's like 5:15 in the morning.
Yeah, shit.
And I'm like, "Okay, it's my fault. Like, I totally get it. It's my fault. I was being an asshole. I could have stopped."
You were just tired at that point too.
And don't make excuses for me. I was an asshole. And I know that guy saw me and was happy as hell.
It was like instant karma. Yeah.
And I get it. So I made his day, right?
Yeah.
But then I find I started looking on Google, like, tire shops that are open 24 hours.
Yeah.
And I found one that's about 6 miles away, so 10 minutes, right? I'm like, okay, I think I can make 10 minutes. So right? So I drive down there. I get there, closed. Yeah, this 24-hour tire shop
was closed.
Yeah. So
was it like 24 hours only on specific days or what?
Well, Monday through Friday. And it's Monday. So I was like, fuck it, I'm already here. Like, I'm just gonna have to wait.
Yeah.
So I waited. 8 o'clock came around. Nobody opened still. So I was like, fuck this. There's another one a mile away. So I drove to that one.
Yeah.
And my phone said opens at 8. And I'm like, they're already open. I get there, closed.
Oh.
I got there around 8:15, 8:16. Wow. I waited 10 minutes. Still closed. And I was like, okay, there's another one like down the street. So I drove to that one, closed.
What the fuck? Nobody wants to work on a Monday?
Nobody wants to work on a Monday.
Wow.
So there was another one a little further down. I drove to that one. They didn't have my tire in stock. They're like, oh, we can get it here around 5 p.m. It's like, bro, they're not special tires.
Yeah.
So I finally found a place that had all my tires.
Yeah.
Remember when I told you that Pep Boys had quoted me like $2,500
for your tires?
For tires and a strut?
I think so.
And yeah, I
know what a strut is.
The shock.
Okay.
Shock absorber.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I replaced all 4 of my tires because I was like, I'm not gonna replace just one and one on.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so I replaced all 4.
Yeah,
and I got an alignment done for like $800.
Okay. Oh.
And I was like,
well, now you know where to go for the future.
Like Pet Boys wanted to charge me $2,500.
They're crazy. Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with them?
Yeah, it's like dealers too, right? Like the more they can get out of you, the better. Of course, you know. So
yeah. So I got home at probably around 1 p.m.
Yeah.
And I had to be back at work at 6 p.m.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, now Tuesday comes around.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm going a little further out, and my truck is low on fuel.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, I think I can make one more trip. The gauge said that I had 96 miles left, right?
Okay.
Till empty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm 58 miles away from getting back from the fuel station.
Okay.
I'm like, I can make it. That thing was wrong.
What the fuck?
I ran out of fuel.
No.
Like, just ran out of fuel.
Could you see it like depleting like faster than you thought, or
no? Like, because even when I ran out of fuel, I checked the gauge and it said 26 miles to empty.
What the fuck?
And I'm like, I'm 5 miles away from my destination now.
Oh no!
Like, it's right there.
Yeah.
Like I could practically. I'm like 2 exits away from getting there.
Oh, that sucks.
So I had to wait for like 5 hours till somebody showed up to help me out.
Fuck.
Yeah. and then the people that showed up, I don't even like.
Oh no.
So they luckily I had watched the YouTube video because I know that for diesel trucks it's not just about putting fuel in it and it runs again. Like, you have to bleed the air system in it, and you have to put fuel in the fuel filter.
Cool.
Well, you know, like if your car runs out of gas, you put fuel in it, and
it goes again.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it's not the same with diesel trucks. No.
Wow.
So yeah, and luckily I had watched the YouTube video on how to do it.
Oh, okay.
Because they didn't know about bleeding the airlines.
The people who came to help you didn't know.
Yeah. So. They kept trying it, and it was just getting more and more air.
Yeah.
So I was like, isn't the bleeder valve on the other side? Because I didn't want to look like a dumbass, because I'm like, oh, they know what they're doing. And they're like, oh, this truck doesn't have a bleeder valve.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm pretty sure I saw it. But they're like, no, it doesn't have one. So I walked over to the other side, and like it was right there.
Oh my god.
So I just started pumping it, and like sure enough, they're like, oh man, yeah, I guess it's sucking up all the diesel now.
Yeah.
And
Why?
That was my Tuesday.
Why are these people the ones that come out and help you? It reminds me of, I don't know if I told the story on the show. I'm pretty sure I might have. But when I went to when I stayed in Colorado for that week that I was out there, and there was the maintenance guy. Like, I was instructing him on how to open the door when he was the one that was supposed to open my door, because it was like the battery died or something like that in my hotel room. He didn't know how to use the device, and I just saw somebody a few hours ago do the exact same device, and I had to tell him how to use it because homegirl didn't want to come upstairs, even though he didn't. It was her dad. I think that's why he was working there.
Yeah.
Not to be messed up, but sir, this is not your line of business. Yeah, but it works, and we've talked about this before about coworkers and stuff like that, where sometimes people are in positions of, like, whether it's help or power, quote unquote power, right? Like, and yet, they don't know how to do anything, but
politics, man.
Yeah. It's about who you know, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that was my week. Oh, and then Friday, I had to be up early for a smoke detector check.
Oh, okay.
Because they were going to come and they were checking all the smoke detectors.
It's like the normal stuff, yeah.
So I was like, oh, son of a bitch.
Well, it's okay. You'll get sleep. Did you get sleep last night at least?
Yes. I got mad at my boss and I left work like at 3 a.m.
Oh my God. Stop. You're going to get yourself in trouble.
Yeah, what's he going to do? Fire me?
Yes.
He could do that?
Boss? That's funny.
So that was my week.
Sounds like fun.
How was yours?
Because
I just rambled for like 10 minutes.
No, it's cool. It happens. That's why we're here, to therapy. My work, I was actually trying to figure out what I'd done this week aside from work. That was pretty much it. Like,
yeah. See, I've realized that I have to take notes now. Like,
about
when
what
something
you did.
happens. Yeah, when something happens, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, let me notate this, because by the time it comes around to the show, you're like, how was your week? I'm like, good.
It was cool.
Yeah, I don't remember anything that happened.
And it's funny you say that, because that's exactly, I'm like, hey, Adolfo, what did we do this week? He's like, I don't know. Like, what do you mean? We were hanging out. Like, I was trying to figure out what I did. Nothing. We walked a lot. It's like our normal thing now. I've been walking so much, and I love walking. I just love walking. I like being out and stuff like that. The mask mandates have kind of chilled out a little bit, so that's been kind of cool. Like, I can see people's faces at work and stuff like that now, and I'm not as stressed out, or at least I'm not as, I feel like I'm not as stressed out. Yeah, and exactly, not as on edge as I thought I would be. There's certain people I still want to stay away from, but because I know who, like, they are and stuff like that.
You know where their mouth has been?
No, that's weird. But even just being in close proximity to those people is not fun anyway.
I'm like that with most people.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one coworker in about a few weeks.
They probably died.
Don't say that. I haven't seen them because they're supposedly on vacation. I'm hoping they don't come back, because that's just it just happens. Wow, I really don't like this person.
Yeah.
But besides that, nothing new, I don't think. Yeah, I got a garden gnome. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, nothing's new. Like, I've been literally just working and playing Dead by Daylight. Like, I don't even play Pokemon right now. It's just been working Dead by Daylight, because I've been learning a lot about being a killer in the game, and like, it's very. I can see that I'm getting better. At being the Onryo. Yeah, being the killer. And the Onryo, which is the ghost from the Ring. So she's been just so much fun to play.
Is she the only one you ever play as?
I have played as Nemesis at one point as well. I'm trying to think. Oh, and Trapper. So Nemesis from Resident Evil.
Yeah.
He was cool too, but I like the Unreal because she's more like a stealthy killer. Like, she'll sneak up on you.
Yeah.
And I think that's more of my style of playing, because I'm not good at, like, actually swinging at people. I miss a lot. I really do miss a lot. But it's also because I don't quite understand, like, the hitboxes yet. I don't understand the mechanics of, like, the way that the people who are running you, like, how they spin and shit like that. It, like, drives me crazy. So I'm still getting better at, but now I'm realizing that I can catch on to people's, like, patterns a lot better too.
Yeah.
So that's been keeping me entertained. And now I have more perks that are at higher levels with her. She's like level 50. She's maxed out. Again, strategizing, planning out. I have perks that help me. Like, I use what's called a nurse's calling, which when people are healing, you can see them. You can see their auras. if they're being healed, if they're like within like 32 meters, I think it says. But I also use this thing called Sloppy Butcher. Sloppy Butcher, I think that's what it's called. Okay.
Go on.
So what Sloppy Butcher does is that it causes you to like bleed like excessively.
Okay.
So if you get hit, it takes you longer to heal. It takes you longer to heal from what I can tell. So those two together alone, like if they're being healed, then it's easier for me to find them, and it's going to take them longer to get healed and give me time to get to them. And because I'm on the OnRyo, like she goes invisible or kind of invisible, and then when she manifests, pretty much the perimeter of her what is it called? I don't even remember right now. All of a sudden, her perimeter, like they don't catch on until it's too late, basically. So they don't see you right away.
Yeah,
they don't know you're like close right away. So love it. It's been so exciting. Like I've gotten, I would say about 2 to 3 kills now per round if I'm playing the way I want to play. I'm also doing like little missions. I'm going on about this.
No, please.
Okay, so
I don't have that much stuff anyway.
I'm doing like there's like this thing called a tome where you complete like different levels, and I'm on the last level, which is level 4.
Is this a multiplayer also or a single player?
The tome is like just you. Yeah, it's just like a mission. It's like a mission chart, a mission web that you're knocking out different missions. So I'm on the 4th one, which is the final one of the season, basically. And there's like 15, 16 days left. And so I'm trying to get the rewards from that, right? So I've been doing like little missions here and there that it requires me to do. And being killer is so different for me. So I can't to me, I'm super shocked that I'm already on level 4 with it. And, kind of strategizing and figuring out like different things, different perks, like different way of playing, man, it's been keeping me like thinking for sure. So it's been a lot of fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Do you play Wordle?
No.
No? So that's another thing that's been keeping my mind entertained. Every morning I play Wordle. So
I hear good things.
I mean, it's just a word game.
Yeah.
It's nothing like special, but you have to kind of strategize in that. Well, the way I see it is like you should strategize for it too.
Okay, it's like word Sudoku, isn't it?
Well, you just got to guess a 5-letter word. So
but is it any word, or do they give you a hint?
It's random. It's any word, yeah.
So you just put any word, any 5-letter word you could think of.
Well, so the goal is to figure out what the word is. It's like Hangman.
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah. So the goal is to figure out what the word is, right?
But you just put down a random 5-letter word.
Yeah,
and it tells you if you got the letters.
Yeah, it doesn't give you any clues or anything like that, right? So I know, yeah. But, if you're thinking about it, if you have a strategy, if you have a plan, then you're more likely to get the word than not, But it doesn't give you any hints or anything like that. So,
all right.
Yeah, and it's daily. It just changes every day. I heard different parts of the world have different things. But, yeah, that's another thing. It's been fun.
Yeah. I've been playing Halo again.
Mm-hmm.
They just and I discovered, not on purpose, that you could rank down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because like you lose?
Yeah, if you lose a lot, if you're just doing poorly in matches, you'll rank down.
Okay.
And I have been into pretty bad teams. And I can say that because I'm usually like the top of my team, and I'm like, when I'm the best one in my team, there's a problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, I ranked down a little bit, and I was kind of like, what the fuck? But then I discovered this other mode that I find it a lot more fun.
Okay.
But it's not ranked, and there's no radars, there's no shields, there's no grenades. It's just you and one random weapon.
Oh, okay.
And like everybody has the same weapon, and yeah, it's a team slayer type thing.
Cool.
And yeah, like there's no weapons, so headshots are just like brutal in it.
Wow, crazy.
It's a lot of fun too.
Yeah. No, it sounds like it.
Yeah, because grenades are the goddamn bane of my existence. Like Jesus Christ, because everybody just spams the grenades.
Yeah, and then you'll blow up. That's it. Yeah.
So
yeah, have you seen gameplay for EldenRing?
No, I have not.
No, man, I've been seeing. Well, I see a lot of it on TikTok, and I run across it because there was this guy that I was watching for DeadByDaylight. He plays EldenRing as well, and man, the game is beautiful, like beautiful. And it just makes me want to play, but it also seems like it's gonna take up a lot of time, And while I enjoy games like that,
Dark Souls type game, isn't it?
Yeah, like it's a big thing. They even have multiplayer on it now too. Oh. Yeah, so I think the next game like that I'll play would be God of War, the next one that comes out. Because yeah, I mean,
it looks great. You know, you can kind of character design your own, you know, yourself or your character, whatever, however you want, you know?
Yeah.
Which is cool. Like, I'm usually all for games like that, but it just seems too extensive for me at this time right now. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I keep buying games and I just don't have time to play them.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, and see, that's exactly it, yeah.
So I'm just like, I'll get to it eventually, or I can play Halo online for a little bit.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing about online games like that. Like, Splatoon was a game that I would go to for that a lot, too, because they were just quick, like 20-minute rounds or something like that, you know, at the max. And it's kind of the same with Dead by Daylight at this point. So yeah, like you don't always have the time to just sit there and play the video game.
Yeah.
That's a good thing about the Switch though, is that that's what I like. Like if I do want to continue playing a story or playing something more, then I always have the option to take it with me wherever I go. So that's cool.
Yeah, I still can't find a goddamn PlayStation 5 or an Xbox.
I heard the
Series
PlayStation website had it.
Did they?
Yeah.
Because I have not seen it, and
Okay.
I've looked for it. And I know that the Series S has actually been pretty widely available.
Oh, okay.
But
Maybe that's what it was. Then.
The Xbox.
Not the
Series
Xbox.
S.
Yeah.
But I just for my Xbox I wanted to have the DVD player.
Oh
basically.
yeah.
Like for the PlayStation I'm fine with the digital edition.
Yeah.
But my Xbox is what I use like for everything.
So why not just go with the DVD player on the PlayStation?
They don't have it either.
Oh, so either way.
Yeah.
But you would prefer to have the Xbox as a DVD player.
Because I like the user interface on the Xbox a lot more than the PlayStation one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about today's show, shall we?
Let's talk about it.
All right, I got some news for you.
Yes, sir.
We've also got Doctor Who,
Mm-hmm.
Orphan 55, right?
Yep.
We've got DoomPateol, PainPatrol.
Yep.
And we have the first episode of DMZ.
Yes.
Which I actually didn't write the name down.
Good luck. I was on it. Wait, that was the name of the episode.
Oh, okay. I was like, all right, fine, I get it.
Like I saw your face. You're like,
good
bitch.
luck figuring it
You're like,
out.
bitch, what the fuck?
And Pokemon.
Yes, Pokemon, JaimesPokedex as well.
JaimesPokedex.
Yes,
all right.
yes.
So let's get started.
Yep.
All right, so Netflix, I'm sure you heard about this, the password sharing fees.
Oh, that's a thing?
Yeah, well, they're planning on launching a test letting primary account holders pay an additional fee for users outside of their households.
But like I'm saying, like people do that anyway, so why would they want to be like, yeah, I'll pay for it? Like I'll pay an additional fee. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
no, I don't get what
because are they going based on like IP addresses and stuff like that?
I'm assuming so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean that maybe.
To be honest though, like I feel like if Netflix keeps up like the price
hikes?
The price changes, these restrictions, they're gonna lose customers because what are you really watching on Netflix?
Nothing.
Exactly.
I don't remember the last time I was on Netflix.
Exactly.
I've been meaning to watch the Adam Project, but I haven't.
Same. I've been meaning to.
Because I haven't just wanted to go onto Netflix.
Yeah, it's like almost like you're avoiding it, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I feel the same way, which is why I'm saying that. Like, I think the next thing I would watch is the Umbrella Academy, but
I need to catch up on that.
But when does it come out? You know, like there's been no specific, release date as to when it's coming out. So.
Yeah. According to the terms of service, an account may not be shared with individuals beyond your household. So the test will be launching in Chile, Costa Rica, and Peru. But I mean, you can't keep raising the prices
and then putting on these additional fees.
Yeah, especially when you're already paying for it. Like, what the fuck do you care what I do with it?
Yeah.
And paying for one, like it only allows you a certain amount of TVs already.
Exactly.
So if you want another TV, you already have to pay more.
Yeah. It's their game to lose at this point. And again, the pricing changes and the additional fees.
What is it, like $16 right now?
Yeah, and I was gonna say minimum. Oh, there's a minimum one that's like $10 for standard definition, I think, and then the high definition one is like $16. Yeah. But again, if you're paying for the high definition, then I mean, not that I share my account with anybody that I can think of right now. I don't.
Sure.
No, I really don't. Adolfo actually has one and he shares his, but like we use mine.
Damn, just put him on blast like that.
Well, how
Netflix is gonna come to get him.
Well, they're gonna lose a customer. That's their choice. You know, the same thing with mine. Like if he gets canceled, I cancel mine. Netflix,
no, do something.
Yeah, I mean, we got Disney Plus at this point. I have Hulu because of Disney Plus now. And
ESPN.
Yeah, I don't fucking watch anything on that. What else do I have? I use
Amazon
YouTube,
Prime?
Amazon Prime,
Apple TV?
Yeah, Apple TV. I do.
HBO?
and HBO Max, and those are all contents that I want to see.
Yep.
You know, that I'm actively watching. You know, so it's been a while since there's been anything that I really want to see on Netflix. So
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I was like, oh, this is on Netflix. I'm going to go check it out.
yeah.
Like, I don't remember the last time I logged into my Netflix.
And maybe that's why they're feeling the pressure a little bit, because maybe people aren't like really, going to them to watch.
But even then, like, a lot of these people are still paying for Netflix. And you keep putting yourself up front and center like that. People are going to be like, oh, yeah, I still have Netflix. What the fuck do I have that for?
Yeah.
I'm going to cancel.
And it's funny you say that, because I've been considering canceling my Netflix anyway, because I'm like, it's going to be $16 or whatever the fee was. I'm like, am I going to use it? Like, am I using it? Right now, I'm not using it. And I've been paying for it for a few months and haven't really watched anything on it. So it's on Netflix. If they want to lose those customers, they have that option.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, Encanto news. There's a 60th animated movie from Disney. They just had a new version released on Friday.
Of what?
Encanto.
Of Encanto?
Yes.
A new version?
Quote unquote.
What is that? Oh, like, is it the sing-along version?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know all about this.
Of course you do.
It's a good movie. Fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, it did fine in theaters, but it looks like Disney Plus kind of put it over the top.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Mostly because Jaime played it on repeat for what, like 3 months straight?
Yeah, exactly.
It was just on a loop?
Yeah. It was, in fact, it was just playing in the background half the time. I was like singing the songs, if anything. No, but I mean, I think it makes sense that it was more successful on Disney Plus, because it was still in the middle of the pandemic. It was kind of where we were reverting back to
On the tail end?
Yeah, well, yeah, but on the uprise at the same time. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it was like we were going out of the pandemic, and then we went right back into like a bigger situation with the Omicron, yeah, exactly. So I feel like it makes sense. I didn't go to the theater to watch it. I saw it at home. It was good.
I saw
really
it in
good.
the theater and I regretted it.
Why did you? Oh, well, yeah, you went with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Lin-Manuel Miranda has already spoken to Disney about having an Encanto-themed experience in Disney parks.
Very cool.
Though no sequel has been announced, Chapek has referred to it as a franchise.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like we're going to get...
So what I'll say about that, though, is that I know that you didn't like it.
No. Like, not even a little.
My concern is that you could ruin the franchise by releasing a second movie. So that's my concern. I know that's not your concern because you didn't like it, right? I liked it. I like the story. I like the music. I'm concerned. I'm concerned that they would ruin it. See, and then you would be kind of right.
Usually, if I dislike something, I'm able to understand why other people like it.
Okay.
Encanto's not one of those things.
Yeah, but I think there's underlying reasons why you don't like it, and
no,
so
it's bad. It's not a good movie.
Sure. We'll have a therapy session next later for you.
More news on the Snyder Cut.
Why? What the fuck?
Because
what year is it?
So Wayne T. Carr, who played the Green Lantern in Snyder's 14-hour Justice League, has released a picture of him in the Green Lantern costume.
Okay, what Green Lantern was he?
He wasn't in the movie.
Oh, wait, I thought you just said that.
He got cut.
Oh, okay. Oh,
so he was cut he was cut from the movie.
He was cut from the Snyder Cut as well. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So this is gonna.
So I'm sure there's just more footage.
What's his name?
Wayne T. Carr. But he mentioned his scene was supposed to be something like what we got from Martian Manhunter, where he is meeting Bruce Wayne at the end of the movie. Yeah.
So Martian was gonna meet. Did he meet Bruce Wayne? I don't remember who he met. Okay. So he met, and then shortly thereafter was gonna also meet Green Lantern.
Yes.
Why?
Because they're characters.
They could have just showed up together, like at that point.
So he captioned the picture. Give the fans what they want. Justice League 2 out of 3. Hashtag restore the Snyderverse.
No. We don't need that.
No.
I
mean, and especially like when things like Peacemaker are doing so well.
So like a John Stewart Green Lantern is who he was?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I mean, I like John Stewart Green Lantern.
Everybody likes John Stewart Green Lantern.
Yeah.
He was the best Green Lantern in my opinion.
Cool. I mean, I don't have an opinion of the Green Lanterns like that much. I like John Stewart's like design, his look, I just don't think we need him. Need this. We don't need this.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
It's dead. It should have died with the initial cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a masterpiece, but whatever.
So the Batman is getting another spinoff.
Catwoman?
No.
Oh, okay. So not Catwoman, not Penguin.
Oh, the Penguin's already getting one.
Yeah, so the Patwoman. The Penguin is one, the Catwoman is one, and now there's a third?
I didn't see anything about Catwoman.
Oh, well, they mentioned it. Angie mentioned it as well.
Because everything I've seen is just three projects.
Okay.
Which is the Penguin, the GCPD one that turned into Arkham.
Okay.
And this one now.
Okay.
But this one isn't even a TV one. Paul Dano who played the Riddler.
Okay.
Is scripting a comic book based on the origins of the Riddler. Riddler Year One is a 6-issue limited series published through DC's mature reader-focused Black Label imprint. This series explores the background of how accountant Edward Nashton went from a simple Gotham City nobody to becoming Batman's nemesis, setting them on a collision course in the blockbuster feature film. I see you shaking your head.
Yeah,
though.
fuck this. And this is, I'm getting so pissed off about this because this is, okay, so again, we go back to what the CEO of WB, right? Said in regards to, we don't need cameos and we don't need a bigger world. Exactly. We don't need to make it part of an extended universe, but then here's comic books and here's 2 TV shows, possibly 3. Here's cameos. I say possibly 3 because I'm still stuck on the Catwoman one myself. Yes.
I remember that conversation, but my thing started glitching out, so I couldn't read it. But from what I saw, I saw you say I prefer a Catwoman show rather than the Penguin.
Oh, but she also I deleted the conversation too because it was causing a glitch in my system as well in the IG. So I thought she shared like an article where they talked about Catwoman, but I could be wrong. So maybe
apparently it was a virus.
That was me that shared that though. But I don't know what it was weird because I copied the article from Facebook and it's the same company.
You can't trust things from Facebook.
That's a really good point, and so I'm never doing that again. She didn't say that it was glitching on her end, so it must have just been us Android issues for some reason. I think, and I would prefer a Catwoman, like I did say that, but I had an argument. I made a point on Twitter about this as well because somebody was making fun of MCU fans when they don't get 15 billion cameos and extended worlds. I'm like, oh, it's funny you say that, and I posted the exact same thing that I just said. It's gonna. Who cares if it happens or not? Number one, right? And if you're gonna stick to those guns, then just stick to those guns. We don't need a Riddler comic book though either. I mean, it's a comic book. I guess that's what they do anyway.
Yeah, but I'm also thinking, don't they have a prequel novel that?
Yeah, so what was it based around, right?
Yeah, because I remember
you did mention that. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I guess this one comes with pictures.
Oh, fuck it. Colorful pictures.
New Harley Quinn, possibly. Victoria Pedretti from Haunting of Bly Manor, Hill House. Did you watch Haunting of Bly Manor? Or
I saw the Hill House one.
Hill House.
Yeah,
the broke neck lady.
Oh, okay.
It's her.
Okay.
So she's being eyed for the Harley Quinn role in the sequel to the Batman and spin-off series. Because
it's an extended universe. Yeah. Got it.
Not certain casting.
The fuck?
Not certain casting, God. But it's who Matt Reeves wants for the role, giving Harley Quinn a more grounded version of the character than in the past. So aside from appearing in the Arkham series, he wants her to appear in the Batman sequel.
Cool.
Samuel L. Jackson was recently asked if he would take a role within DC.
What would they want him to be?
Well, he was just asked during an interview.
Yeah.
And he seemed very skeptical. He seemed very skeptical.
Okay.
I can English.
Sometimes.
He mentioned that he wasn't sure if there was a DC script that will make him excited. So he admits he prefers DC Comics over Marvel, but he seems to feel the way we all do. The movies just don't do it.
Yeah. Because, it's like you're jumping on a sinking ship, know?
So the exact quote...
Maybe not,
The exact quote was, well, we're all... Actors are mercenaries. It's kind of what we do. We act for who we act for. But I don't know what I'm going to read. I don't know if I'll read a DC script that's going to make me go, yeah, this is dope. Because you expect things to happen because, I'm a comic book fan, so I've been reading comic books forever. And truth be told, I don't even read Marvel comics. I kind of look at them when I discovered myself as Nick Fury. Just happen to see myself and say, what am I doing in this cover? And that was it. I put the book back. I read DC Comics my whole life,
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't seem interested.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's understandable, but and like the whole actors will always kind of jump lines, right? Like it doesn't matter because they're like, they're freelancers basically. Yeah. They go wherever they want, where they get paid, at the same time. So I don't think anything's wrong with that type of vibe, like jumping and crossing over into different,
I don't see a problem with it.
Yeah, I don't see an issue with it either. But I can understand why he wouldn't want to jump on a sinking ship, in my opinion.
I mean, hopefully, the Flash movie is just. It's been such a train wreck, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
That I'm really scared of what's going to be released.
Yeah.
Because I think it went to like 4 directors.
And we know what happens with that.
Yeah.
We get Zack Snyder's cut.
Oh my god. No. This was all before the movie even started shooting.
Oh.
Like they just kept firing directors left and right.
Wow. I'm trying to remember, was it supposed to be Black Adam first and then The Flash, or was it supposed to be Flash first and then Black Adam?
I think Black Adam was always going to come out before.
So it is still Black Adam is coming out first and then The Flash. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm all confused because it keeps getting pushed back and stuff like that too.
So we do got to talk about this William Hurt passing. Hurt portrayed Thunderbolt Ross, General Ross.
Oh. Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, crazy. I didn't know this.
Yes, he passed away.
Oh, no.
Back in 2018, he was diagnosed with prostate cancer.
Oh, no.
Which is what also took Chadwick from us.
Damn.
Yeah, so, sad news.
Yeah.
It sucks. He's a great actor. He
March
was great
13th.
in everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That sucks. He was Thunderbolt Ross, you said, right?
Yes.
So
General Ross.
Yeah, so yeah. No, that's a trip because I got so used to seeing him as him,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a whole Red Hulk thing underlying, tone and possibly changes to the character, especially in the way that he was animated in Black Widow.
Yeah, he even kind of looked kind of sick.
But it was
in Black Widow. But we all just went like, oh, because I think you mentioned that, like, oh, why did he look so sick?
Yeah,
and I brought up like, oh, Black Widow like mentioned he just had a heart attack or something.
Yeah. So I thought, well, he was really CG though. Like they made him look CG and sickly, right? Or did they? Or
I don't know if he was CG.
We gotta double check
because
this.
it wasn't like they were making him younger.
No, but I felt like they were trying to make him sickly looking for maybe like something to change with him to become like Red Hulk was my thought. But then now I don't know. Maybe I was just wrong. Now I got to rewatch it to see if it was actually CG or not.
Or you could just watch that scene.
Well, that's what I meant.
Well, it's in the beginning at least.
Well, that's what I meant. Like, I'm not going to watch the whole Black Widow. What the hell? Waste my time. Yeah. Did you, and I don't know if you're going to mention this, but did you watch the Miss Marvel, the new trailer for Miss Marvel?
Was there a new one?
It came out this week, right?
I don't know because I sent you one.
Oh, yeah. So it was the same morning. It was this week.
Okay.
It was, not this week as in today, but last week. So you don't remember the...
I don't remember when... But yes, I remember the trailer.
Okay, yeah, I think it was like Tuesday or something like that. Oh, your bad day. That's why. Oh,
yes. See, and I still thought about you.
Oh, thank you. No, but the trailer looked really good. I'm still really excited. I am gonna say what just my thought about it. Did we talk? I feel like we talked about this last week.
I think so. I don't know if maybe last week.
No,
I think we mentioned it before.
Yeah, I don't like that they're changing our powers, and I'm not a fan of like it's becoming a construct situation, like or like a weapon situation.
Yeah.
Because now I'm questioning, does she have is she actually born with these powers? But I also can see why they might be changing it up. Like she's maybe the alien aspect of it. Like they didn't want to make her part alien. They just wanted to make her just all human.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Especially for the representation of the character and everything like that. But it looked good overall.
Yeah.
It looked good overall. Like I'm really stoked to see Miss Marvel come to life, and I'm excited. I hold on to that unfortunate. Like I don't like that they're changing our powers, but I mean, okay. I'll see what happens when it happens. So I'm still really stoked though. There's a lot to see. There was a lot to see in that trailer.
Yeah, very much. Oh, that was I'm into it. I can't wait. This one. So this news I put in It didn't come up on my feed. Angie was actually the one that brought it up.
Cool.
I had not heard of this, and I would have much rather not have heard of this.
Uh-oh.
But Will Smith's cryptic statement. So rumors about Jaden Smith taking the mantle of Miles Morales have really been picking up steam. It's been confirmed that Jaden has indeed met with Marvel about a role, but not which role. And Will Smith's statement, he said, my son is preparing himself physically and mentally to get a place as one of the characters who will make history for the first time in the saga of a movie that many already know and ask for. So, Will Smith, Miles Morales?
Yeah. Now,
I mean, Jaden Smith?
Jaden Smith.
I would rather Will Smith, Miles Morales.
Yeah. I guess I'm not a fan either, you know?
I liked him in the Karate Kid remake.
Okay.
And he was good in Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah.
But everything else I've seen him in, like, he's just he doesn't really emote.
Yeah, and I was thinking the same thing. Like, he doesn't seem to have the personality that Miles has. Like, for example, if we think about Into the Spider-Verse, right, the movie, like the personality that Miles Morales had there doesn't seem like a personality that Jaden has ever portrayed or can portray. In my opinion, you know. But it's just me. I mean, I also like the idea of him being, you know, half Puerto Rican, half black. You know, like the Miles Morales is, you know, and what I mean by that is, like, I would prefer an actor in, you know, like that, you know, because the Spanish into the Spider-Verse, like, to me, the Spanish aspect of when he spoke his Spanish, like, and the way he spoke to his mom and everything like that, like, to me, that was like, oh wow, that's amazing, you know, like, here's a Spider-Man, you know, speaking Spanish to his mom, you know, calling her
but you know, the actor isn't half Puerto Rican, right?
What actor?
The voice actor.
No, I know, but at the same time, though, then we're putting them in a real life movie, though. That's just my thought.
But you know, people can act, right?
Act in Spanish?
Yes.
What?
Will Ferrell made an entire movie in Spanish.
Oh my god!
It is not good. It's called La Casa de Mi Padre. Look it up.
Okay.
It is a terrible movie, but it is entirely in Spanish.
Okay.
God, that movie's awful. But when the new season of Cobra Kai came out, I was. They introduced a new character, and when I saw him, I immediately said, "Hey, that's Miles Morales," because he looks just like Miles Morales.
Oh,
and
wow!
that is
Yeah, really crazy.
Yeah. To me, he looks just like Miles Morales.
Yeah, you're gonna have to share that on. There.
Oh, there.
Yeah, save it. Send it. Post it on Instagram.
Yeah, to me, like that kid looks just like Miles Morales,
cool.
And he is a short little kid too.
Yeah. Is that the same kid from DMZ? No, right?
No.
Oh, okay. No.
That's racist.
Stop it. That's not what I was implying.
Like, they don't even look alike.
Stop.
Wow. Daredevil reboot. Production Week is now reporting that Daredevil is being rebooted by Marvel. The report was part of a lot of other projects which have already been confirmed, such as Deadpool 3, Madam Web, Kraven the Hunter, and the DCEU movie Blue Beetle. So, I feel like I do a Daredevil being rebooted story every week.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's being rebooted, and what was the reason about, like, listing those other ones?
That they're saying that when it was announced that it had a lot of other projects that had already been confirmed. So it's kind of lending credibility.
Got it.
Saying, all these projects were already confirmed and they were reported before.
Got it. Madam Web.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about like what kind of, like, series they would make or show they would make around her,
movie.
Or a movie they would make around her.
Because it's Sony. And I think I don't like the casting for it.
Oh, who was it?
Shit, I can't remember. I think it's Dakota Johnson. Is it Dakota Johnson?
Mm-hmm.
It's someone that does not look like Madam Web at all. Because Madam Web is based on Stan Lee's wife.
Joan Lee? No. Oh no, that's
Joan Lee is
the cartoon
is his wife.
Oh, okay.
Stan Lee's wife.
Oh. I guess did she voice Madam Web?
In the cartoon.
Cool, I didn't know that. Very cool.
No.
I don't see anything. Who is playing Joan? Sydney Sweeney?
No. It No, Dakota Johnson.
Oh, okay. I don't know what I'm looking at then.
Yeah. So, also,
Sorry, I was just gonna say about that. It's just like one of those, again, what we talked about with Morbius. It's like Madam Web was in the in the Spider-Verse, but yeah, okay, that's it.
So, last thing I got is that the Marvel Netflix shows are gonna get a 4K upgrade because people have been complaining that they're only HD. Yeah. First
Okay,
world
world.
problems.
Okay, world. What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, yeah.
All right. Do you have anything else to add to this?
No, that's it. I don't have
All right,
any
let's
news.
move on. So, moving on, Doctor Who, Orphan 55.
Yes, Orphan 55.
Go ahead.
All
you.
Orphan 55 was. I think I got his name wrong. Was his name Ed Heim, the writer, or Ed Holm? Okay, this was a terrible fucking episode.
Okay.
It was not a good episode at all, and for like a bunch of different reasons. Okay, and one of the biggest issues that I have had with this series of the Doctor, and is number one, we already have 4 of them, right? We have Doctor, Yaz, Ryan, and Graham, right? We have the 4 of them. This episode added so many more characters to it. We had Bella, we had Kane. We had the older couple, right? We had
God, I hated that little old lady.
Oh my god!
I was so happy when she died. Spoilers.
We had the mechanic and his son. Like we had the 2 military people. Oh, that was Kane. Like it was just like every one of them. Their mission was to find another group of people to join their big ass mission. It really was that.
It was a pyramid scheme. Now that you mentioned it,
yes, that's exactly because why did any of these fucking people have to be
because the Doctor
involved?
is useless.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but you're right. That's a really good point. But all of these people were so fucking useless, and there was, I mean, they weren't useless. I mean, they weren't useful at all either themselves because Benny, the old guy, and the grandma were just set up to die. That was the point. They were old.
They were the your emotional connection to this episode. That's what they were meant to be.
Trash. So that's trash. And they were a cute old couple. Okay, yes, whatever, and the old man proposed to her after like 47 years of being together. And Yaz is a bitch for interrupting their fucking, like
what the fuck?
Who
You see
does
two-
that?
Yes.
Who
you
does
just
that?
see people like talking, and then you
Yes.
just go and stand next to them.
Stand
and
next to
fucking
them.
Just start talking to them.
Wow, this
Just
is a beautiful
interrupt.
beach.
Like, shut the fuck up. Go away.
It was so rude. I was offended. I wasn't even and that wasn't even them. But I was like, what the fuck? Who does that? Like, if I see people sitting anywhere. And I'm just gonna go stand next.
Yeah,
No, I'm not
like,
that
it's
type
a
of
big
person.
ass fucking beach.
It's a whole ass spa, like beach area. It was rude. She's so rude, right? Ryan over there freaking hitting on Bella in this like the middle of like this craziness that's going on. What kind of shit was that?
I mean, horny knows no bounds. She was cute. I get it.
She was cute, but she made no fucking sense either.
No.
Like there was no reason to add her to the episode.
No.
Um,
Representation.
That's bullshit. I mean, look, I believe in representation. You know that, right?
But that was the reason.
But no, like,
because she had to have mixed parents.
Isn't it like it just feels more offensive? It feels like the way that they're trying to do it in this show, though. It's like, you know what? Let's pair off the black people and let's pair off the what are they? Indian or Pakistani?
Yeah.
What are they? I don't.
Yeah.
Yaz's family.
Yaz's family's Pakistani.
Okay, Pakistani, right? Let's pair
Racist.
because that happened with her and Master. Remember, like they were trying to almost like build a connection between Yaz and Master, and it's like why? Because they're Pakistani. They're both like the same color. Like that's what it really came off as, and it's like. It's really offensive. Like I feel like they're trying so hard to not be offensive that they're like
offensive.
being offensive.
They're going full circle.
Yeah. So Graham went to go find dad and his son, which is again like okay, we get it. He's a grandpa. Like he goes and finds just random green-haired dad and son, who's a mechanic and his son. Okay, and then on top of that, right? Let's take all these fucking people with us on this high risk, security mission to save this old man who got kidnapped. Benny got kidnapped at a certain point by the fucking aliens, right? In this episode, okay? And it was like, you know what's a good idea? Let's take dad and his son and this old lady with us, you know, on this adventure to go save her husband. Okay, the old lady, maybe.
Oh my God, she annoyed me the most.
She was so annoying.
Benny?
Why the hell couldn't she stay at the spa?
How could they killed her off earlier?
They could have killed her off at the fucking spa. Am I wrong?
I thought I was gonna get shit for saying that.
No. Oh my God. There was no reason to take all of these people. So let's talk about the dregs, okay? Because I'm gonna go on.
Please go on.
I knew what the dregs were about halfway through the episode. If you can see, that's where I put. They're in asterisks, so you can see better. Okay, so the dregs as monsters were interesting. Everything has to be bipedal, cool. By the way. Like for these writers,
yeah.
Everything has to stand up
because they have no imagination.
It's so everything just has like a mask, and that's what it is. You know, everything's a person that's. You know, that's in this episode. The dregs, the threat to everything.
I hadn't even thought of that.
Yeah, I've noticed it because every single thing is standing up and just looks like a monster. You know, like a cliche of an alien. You know, yeah. So in this episode, the dregs are the biggest threats, right? And I knew halfway through the episode, oh, they're people. I knew it. They're people. They end up being the people, right? I didn't know that. It turns out that this is Earth in the future, you know, and that part wasn't super obvious. Okay, but they were people. It was obvious to me that they became people. They evolved. That they became monstrous because of whatever reason. So it was pretty obvious to me that that's what they were alluding to the whole show. It was just, and mind you, I like them. Right, I like them. It's funny you guys mentioned you and Little Fool were talking about how trees earlier, about how like they take in carbon dioxide.
Yes,
you were wondering for a second, and they release oxygen. Right, they're like angry trees. That's what they said about the dregs too. Right. This episode was so bad, Jose. What did you think?
That. Yeah, it was a terrible episode. Like, yeah. I used to love this show so much.
Yeah,
I really did.
Yeah.
It was the plot twists were M. Night Shyamalan level.
Yeah,
like the guard is what was her name? The
mom? Dane. Kate. Wait. The mom was named Kane, I believe her name was.
Like Kane is Bella's mom.
Yeah.
And like that's just tacked on.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even recognize me, mom.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Right? And then she was about to kill her mom.
Yeah, and then just it was Earth all along.
Yeah.
Planet of the Apes. It's tacked on.
Yeah. By the way, Bella's real name was Trixabel.
Yes.
Trixabel, like crazy.
The entire show, the mechanic has been saying his son doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And then until like all of a sudden he's just like, move over for a real mechanic.
Yeah. My son's
the best mechanic I know. Fuck off.
It was such trash.
And then they teleported out, leaving Cade and Kane behind. Cade and Bella behind.
Yeah, they just left them there, and Ryan was like we just left them there.
Yeah, because the doctor's not good. And then we get everything except the doctor looking directly at the camera.
Oh my God.
With that fucking speech at the end.
It was so stupid.
Like, the power is yours.
It was so cheesy. And again, they've been doing that in almost every episode. They've been doing this whole lecturing thing about global warming is a real thing. And you know what? Like you guys, we have the power to change.
The future's not set in stone.
It's not set in stone, right? You have the power to change this world. Doctor, stop it. It's not set. Yeah, you're right. It's not set in stone. It's just a possible outcome. No, fuck you, doctor. Right. Another thing too. Why the fuck can't they ever travel in the TARDIS? Why can they never travel in the TARDIS? Somehow they always end up traveling in some other fucking magical device or something like that. Like this time they used Groupon coupons to fucking travel to this spa. Yeah. Right. They had a TARDIS, and I get it. Maybe because the TARDIS resolves too many things for them, but it's like the TARDIS can travel to the future, like the travel, like it can travel to different worlds. It can do everything. Why don't they use the TARDIS? Well, in this episode, they didn't use the TARDIS, but I feel like it's happened so often that they're just standing they're standing inside of the TARDIS or outside, you know, like obviously either inside or out, right? But it's like the reason that they end up traveling is for a different reason, not because of the TARDIS, right? That's Doctor Who, you know, like Capaldi at least did it, you know, like Capaldi had it inside of his fucking office half the time, you know, waiting to travel because that's what the TARDIS does. This episode really made me mad. And also it started off with like the little alien creature thing that was, I thought was going to be the main threat. It was like a worm or it was a virus.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot about that.
Oh, and I forgot to even mention hyphen with a 3. That like dog looking creature. Okay, I'm sorry. She was a woman that had like dog ears and like whiskers and stuff like that on her face and a tail, right? Another character that was just in there just to die. I get it. They do that sometimes. They kill people off, but it's like, what's the point? She was useless,
and it's done in such a shitty way.
Yeah,
like we could go back to David Tennant's episode, the Titanic episode.
Okay,
do you remember that episode?
No.
It was like one of the specials. It's the space Titanic.
Okay.
And they introduce a bunch of characters there that David Tennant is trying to save.
Yeah,
but they do it so well.
And they're killing them off, right? Like, maybe I do.
Yeah, they are killing them off. But they have like this little android named Balakafalata.
Oh my god!
And there's a part in the episode where David goes, Balakafalata. You know what? Can I just call you Bala because it's too long? And he goes, no, Balakafalata. But every character is there. They're there for a purpose.
Yeah.
Like there's a couple that they're poor, but they just won this cruise.
Yeah.
And they're there like, you know, just trying to enjoy it. There's a rich person that doesn't like them being there because they're poor.
Yeah.
But
like the Titanic.
Yeah, and they all have these stories.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel tacked on because it feels like you're in part of their world.
Right.
As opposed to them being there specifically for plot purposes.
Yes. Right. And you know what? The more you describe that episode, the more I remember it because I remember the couple dying almost like hanging off of something. Yeah. So I do remember it, but you're right. It didn't feel tacked on. You know, it's like they told every single character, hey, just go find somebody and let's have them join us. You know, and again, we didn't even focus on that virus. The virus that was supposed to be affecting the place. It ended up being the Dreg. And how the fuck did they find out their names of the Dregs? Because she just was like, oh, the Dregs, you know? And when they were on the ship, on the
panic room?
Within a panic room?
When they were in the
I don't know how else to describe it. I was telling Adolfo during this episode that the doctor is such a Karen. She is such a Karen.
Yes.
She is such a Karen. Like,
although she did have a line that I really did like.
What is it?
When they said, are you going to you can't rebuild this from scratch? And she goes, if I had crayons and half a can of Spam, I could rebuild you from scratch. That line made me laugh. Because that was such a doctor line.
Yeah. Now, she's, the way they're writing her is very, too demanding. Too demanding of like, you know what? She just
entitled.
Entitled. That's what it is, right? She goes into this fucking hotel and just like, I deserve to go into the back of your office. Bitch, why? You know, like who the fuck? And that's why I'm like, this doctor is a Karen. Like, what the hell? Who wants that? Who wants that? Like, don't be disrespectful. Number one, it really it just gave me this bad taste about the doctor. And it's like, you can't just go into places like that. That's and mind you. We're so concerned about global warming and we're so concerned about fucking representation, but here's a fucking Karen, you know, demanding just to go into somebody's like, what about like workers? Now you're saying that's okay with this character, with this doctor. You're saying go into fucking somebody's office and just be like, I'm here because I want to be here. Like that's not how it works. You know, that's really not how it works.
You talking about this? I recently watched this video because they were like, oh, why Doctor Who just seems like it's gotten so bad. And one of the episodes they talked about was that Kerblam episode. Mm-hmm. And like one thing that I hadn't noticed was like how much the Doctor is pro big corporations in this episode. Like I really didn't notice that. But how much she's just pro Kerblam and how excited she is about Kerblam and going to Kerblam. And even when they kill, like when the system kills off the janitor's girlfriend, and she's like, well, they did it to show you something. And it's like, bro, like you just kind of said that it was cool.
Yeah.
And not just that, like the part where she stops all of the delivery men from delivering the packages with the explosives in it. And like they were like, okay, she stopped them. Like that's it, right?
Yeah.
That's the end of the episode.
Yeah.
And then like she goes, now open up the packages and blow everything up. and like with the guy in between all of them, and she's like, they're like, the doctor killed that dude. Like she didn't have to. She didn't have to have them blow everything up.
She's a Karen.
At this point, it was done. It was done and over with.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was like, I didn't even think about all of that.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I was just so mad at the episode.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot. It's allowing, again, what I said, you know, it's allowing this type of behavior in people, or it's triggering maybe this behavior. Maybe that's why we had the uprise of the Karens. Nah, I'm just joking. But it's very entitled. I mean, yes, she's way more on point. But it's like it's not cool. It's gotten to that point.
I didn't understand why she was so mad about them terraforming the planet, though.
Because of the dregs, because she thought that they were just there to terraform a planet that was already inhabited by other creatures, and they're mad and trying to take over.
Okay,
which made more sense. I mean, it made sense, you know. And then that's when they realized, oh well, this is actually Earth in the future, and you know, like blah 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 blah, you know, like about it. And yeah, I was mad. I was just so mad watching this episode. It had like jokes and love themes in inappropriate times. Like Yaz was just super rude, you know, interrupting people's lives. Yeah, the whole relationship between Bella and her mom, like, so annoying. Like Bella didn't even need to exist. Like it was
they didn't need to be related if she did.
No, and again, it was like a white mom with a black daughter, and again, it was just like, but the way that they position it was just to be like, oh, by the way,
yeah,
you know, like this is it, you know, that's the plot twist.
See,
you know,
black people and white people can be related.
It's just. It's making me cringe. Like it's too much, and this is the episode that I felt like just like Stop lecturing me. Fuck you. Fuck you. I know this world is going to shit. What the fuck am I supposed to do about it? What, Jose? Tell me. Doctor, tell me. Fuck. No, I mean
it's in your hands, Jaime.
Yeah. It was really obvious the whole episode, and it didn't do it for me. It really didn't do it.
No, it gets worse.
Oh god. No. Okay. Well, I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say about this terrible Orphan 55.
Well said.
Thank you.
And you know what though? I do think that the idea of orphan planets is cool.
Yes. Before it became Earth.
Yeah.
Like
the idea of orphan planets is cool. An orphan planet is a planet that is too toxic to inhabit life.
Yeah.
And it makes me think of, again, like another episode, which was the Midnight episode. And I'm sure you'll remember when I tell you, okay. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But the Midnight episode, it's also a David Tennant episode, and it's all set in like a vehicle. So they're on a planet that the sun is shining on the planet 24 hours, like, and it's like you can't inhabit life in it, and you can't ever step out of onto the planet, but there's something there. And then it ends up taking over one of the people on the cart, and she just starts mimicking everybody. Do you remember this?
I feel like I do.
It is one of the best episodes. Like she's just mimicking everybody. So everything somebody says, she'll just repeat after them and repeats after them. And then at some point, like she's repeating after everybody.
Yeah.
And like somebody would say something, and she'll repeat it, and she'll repeat after everyone that talks. Until eventually she just settles on repeating everything the doctor says.
Oh.
And at some point, there's no delay. So her and the doctor are speaking simultaneously.
Oh, wow.
Saying the exact same things until eventually she passes him.
Oh.
And she's saying everything first.
Oh.
And it's such a creepy episode.
And
it's all done in one room.
Wow.
And this is from a planet that couldn't hold life. And now they're like, well, there's something out there, like clearly, but we'll never know what it is.
Yeah.
And such a good episode.
It sounds.
Go back and watch it.
I'm sure I saw it, and it sounds very familiar. But I just delete. I'm actually feeling like I need to rewatch the first of the remakes, the seasons of the remakes of the more recent, the Ninth Doctor. Starting with the Ninth Doctor, because I really did love those, and I'm just so bummed with this one because but then again, I wasn't too much of a fan of the Capaldi seasons either. But it's just decline. For me, it's been that way. And just this episode just really did it. We have too many fucking characters, man. Kill somebody already. Kill fucking Graham because you don't want him to die. Kill Yaz or something. I don't know. And I feel like okay, I'll just stop there. But yeah, too much. I'm over it.
So did this episode hit your G spot?
What's that? Yeah, pass.
All right, moving on.
DoomPateol,
PainPatrol.
Yes, PainPatrol. Coming off a very painful Doctor Who, this is very appropriate.
Yes.
All that torture.
Oh God. I used to love this show. Sorry. You really did.
I know. Well, okay, we're on DoomPateol now. Season 2, Episode 3, PainPatrol.
Yes. I'm trying to kind of read up on my notes because I watched this 2 weeks ago.
Well,
because somebody
look, I'll start off by saying Red Jack, it was amazing.
Oh my God, yes. That was this episode.
Yes, Red Jack is creepy as fuck and it really hurt me, but I was so intrigued by the episode and everything like that. Red Jack is a being who thrives off of, I guess, just the pain and torture of others, or of around him, even himself. And I like the way they introduce him. Niles sees him in an alley killing a woman, and he's clearly the representation of Jack the Ripper, which is Red Jack. So creepy. It was done so good too.
It really was.
Yeah,
but it made me laugh though, because you see this woman just being thrown out
that's what made you
from
laugh?
the smoke thing.
Yeah.
No, but then this kid is just watching, and he's just like, "Are you Jack the Ripper?"
Yeah.
As he's stabbing the woman.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's like, run, kid! What the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
And this kid's just like, I'm a little curious.
Was Niles.
It was Niles, yeah. At this point, I had no idea.
Yeah. Oh, well, they said Niles.
They
called him Niles in the beginning.
I didn't hear
the guy that he stole the pocket watch from.
I didn't hear that.
It's the Niles Coder or whatever his name is.
Totally didn't hear that.
You don't listen. By the way, the adaptation, the TV character is more interesting than the
because he has a face.
He has a face, yeah, very demonic looking. And the story behind why he, I guess, presented himself to Niles was pretty interesting. They kind of, Red Jack kind of explained that he could see something in him, from that time that he ran into him as a child. It's jumping a little bit forward, but just the whole story was really interesting. And I think it really got me thinking. I'm like, there is a lot of darkness to Niles because of the fact that he's trying to keep Dorothy safe. He's willing to sacrifice people.
Yeah.
Which makes sense why Red Jack, was reaching out to him, because he's willing to sacrifice people for his daughter. He knows that Red Jack knew that Niles would be willing and consider an offer basically to, I don't know, was it take his place or was it okay?
I think it was
to take his place, which is just crazy. The whole story was freaks me out. Well, I like that. In one of the scenes, when we get the second reveal, his reappearance in the episode, where he's you can hear a guy screaming, and the first thing you see is just him gouging some guy's eyes out. Excuse me. I was like, it freaks me out. But just the whole torture aspect, man. This character, those characters that they're showing, that they're kind of subtly introducing in each episode. Again, we got Dr. Time last episode, and now Red Jack. They're trippy. You remember?
Yeah, I was like, is that his name? It doesn't sound right, but because
it was
Tyme.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. He was fucking terrifying. He was just so creepy and bizarre.
Yeah.
But I really like Cliff when he's complaining about his slow fingers.
Yeah.
And he's like, can you keep the swearing down in front of Dorothy? And he just flips him off slowly.
Yeah.
Does she know sign language?
Yeah. I did like the whole, obviously the anger that Cliff and Jane are just throwing at Niles, right? They're really upset because, Jane feels betrayed, right? And Cliff, in a sense, I don't know if he feels betrayed, but he's like really upset that Niles is enjoying his time with his daughter, but he wasn't able to enjoy his time with his daughter. And they're just like, you know what? Fuck you, dude. We're gonna go. I'm tired of your shit. And then he asked Jane, hey, you want to get the fuck out of here? And she's like, fuck yeah, or whatever. They just leave. That was really funny.
Yeah. Because I got Cyborg is getting some, and then I put Bionic penis.
Oh my god!
I don't know why.
Cyborg is getting some from. I don't know. I don't remember her name. I think I might have wrote it. I don't
remember her name at all.
Because I think the only reason I saw it was because Ronnie Every, because she sent them an email.
Yeah.
At like towards the end. I feel like they jumped too far forward with Cyborg and Ronnie's relationship. Like it was like they're just like, it's only the second episode that she's been in, and she secretly like changed their group time to be able to meet up with him and do their thing. Like I thought that was pretty instant. I was just saying like in regards to like there was no progression with it. Like it was just I'm saying like in the sense of like.
Well, like you mentioned, like this isn't a relationship type thing.
No,
like, this is strictly. I was gonna say carnal, but I was like, there's not enough meat on Cyborg.
How do we know what kind of meat he has? Now you have me questioning that. So is it known that Cyborg doesn't have like he wasn't? Well, it blew off.
She definitely blew him off.
No. I mean, like not her, but I'm saying like, was that part of what went?
I don't know. I mean, we've never seen Cyborg wearing clothes.
What do you mean?
In other adaptations.
Oh, maybe it's just like a latch that opens. I want to know if somebody knows the answer to whether he has a penis.
Keep it to yourself.
I want to know. I want to know size. I want to know. Is it organic and metal at the same time? You're gonna see a bunch of porn right now. That's what you're gonna see. Did you find the answer?
I just.
Oh, you're gonna write this down.
The name of the episode.
It's so dumb. I don't know. The relationship just kind of went. I just thought because to change the whole meeting time and everything like that, just to be able to meet up with him. Why not just be like, hey, let's meet up tonight at this place? It just seemed kind of thrown in there for me. But I mean, whatever. It did its thing. They did their thing.
Yeah. Jane is also pulled into the underground for an intervention.
Yes, she is. She is she was threatened with her
losing her primary spot.
Yes,
like they tell her like your addiction is Niles.
Yeah,
and if you don't leave, you're gonna lose your post as primary.
Yeah. It's crazy to see Jane's character, like see more of Jane's character, right? Because I feel like we got used to seeing so many different personalities, but I really like I still really like her. I can't remember her name all of a sudden.
Yeah, she's great.
The actress
Diane
Guerrero. She's great at the character, and even just being Jane, like not having to jump, through many shifts. It's been great. So I just saw one of my plants tip over, and I'm a little upset. But no,
okay.
But it's been great seeing Jane. It does suck that she's. I mean, they're telling her, hey, you got to refocus on what you're doing. Which, I mean, Jane's going through a lot. And I think she made a good point, like you guys don't really know what it's like up there because you guys are mostly down here, like I have to like be around these people and I want to be around these people. Like they feel like a family now to me, or even though they're all kind of fucked in their own way, like what am I supposed to do, And yeah, she got Dr. Harrison kind of threatened her to take away their primary. It's crazy.
We also see the way that Red Jack is using
Larry.
Yeah. Well, we find out that the bandages are mostly meant to contain the radiation.
Yes, yeah, that
strong
was
as bandages,
and that was interesting. Well, it just again it goes back to Niles being like a witch or whatever. It was interesting
Can't
to
get those
know.
at CVS.
It was, and I didn't get that scene at first. I just thought those people were just there.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they just got captured too.
Yeah.
And then almost like because they were wrapped around, just like they were wrapped right and kind of tied down. So it kind of tripped me. I thought it had because of the butterfly situation, like that they kept pointing out too, which I'm still not sure I fully understood.
I'm not sure
the butterflies. Okay. Well, when Larry got kidnapped, there were butterflies that surrounded him, and
no John Cena to stop him.
No, and they were all blue too, so that's why even Adolfo asked, like, "Oh, is that like had to do?" I'm like, "No, it doesn't because it didn't." So it's just coincidentally butterflies, But it was a big deal. Later on, we find out that those are all the victims of Red Jack. Do you remember them saying that?
Actually.
Oh yeah, so right before Rita and Larry broke out of Red Jackson, and we'll get into that a little bit more. He goes, "Oh, these are the victims. They're all each of the butterflies. When they broke them out of the glass, they were each victims that Red Jack had, I guess, captured their souls. Yeah, I don't know how else to put it because in the beginning though, when Red Jack took out that first girl, a bunch of butterflies flew out of her. So I didn't like maybe one, but if these were just like everybody, it was just this craziness of butterflies that flew out of her. They all looked blue at first too. But then each of them had different colors afterwards. So, but that's what they were. So I thought that's why the people were like in cocoons almost. It's like I thought it was like they were gonna become butterflies or whatnot, but no, it was like Larry. I guess Red Jack put him in there, and he was gonna torture all these people because of his radiation, which was creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rita started melting too at one point.
Yes. Well, we see Cliff goes to see his daughter.
Yeah.
So he finally goes and lets her know, like, "Hey, I'm your dad."
Yeah.
And that scene was really sad.
Yeah.
Because she's just like, nah, basically.
It was a bad time. It was a bad time.
It was.
She was just about to have a baby shower. He's about to be a granddad, and even he says that. And because of the way Cliff is doing it, he's being like just pushy. Like if a robot showed up at your door and said
I'd be happy. That sounds cool as fuck.
And then said they were your dad. I mean, it would be. How would you take that? And you're about to have a baby shower. That's a lot to handle.
Have entertainment.
That's what she thought.
But she calls the cops on him.
Yeah.
And that scene was funny though, because like when he like just trips out and starts punching the bus, it's my fucking bus.
Yeah.
And the cop's like, "Oh, it is his fucking bus."
Yeah. Yeah. We also see Dorothy playing hide and seek with her imaginary friends, and also with Danny the brick.
Yeah.
And she breaks them. She breaks them at one point, and she goes into this whole. I guess that happens later on, but it's like they were playing hide and seek, and she dropped them, and she just kind of questions whether she's a good person or not. Again, a big focus on her as well, which was cool. But I do like the way that they are kind of showing her imaginary friends, right? Like, they kind of pop in and out as they want. And she's still going through this torture in her head because of what she's been through in her life too. So it's a pretty interesting character, even though she's weird.
Oh. Getting lower into my notes, I just see Niles kills Red Jack and they find out all the butterflies are the victims.
So you forgot.
I totally did forget. It's been 2 weeks, okay?
Yeah, no. I know.
Yeah, but so Red Jack does also show Niles what he would be look like as a robot. Like he makes him see himself as a robot at one point.
Oh, did they show what he looks like, or was he just looking out of a robot's head?
Was that it? Because I just put he makes himself see as a robot. He sees himself as a robot.
Through the robot's eyes, though, I think it is. Because I don't remember seeing Niles as a robot unless I missed that part. Do you remember seeing Niles as a robot?
I don't know. I barely remember any of this. Because
Well,
I
they
also
did.
have Larry and Rita sprout butterfly wings.
Oh yeah, well, all three of them did.
Yeah, and Niles does too.
Yeah. Okay, so now it kind of made sense that they were going to become victims of his as well. He was looking through robot eyes, basically through Robot Man's eyes. It seemed like, and then yeah, like they start all kind of like releasing butterfly wings, which really cool looking too. Like I was like, man, this is another craziness, right? That was happening because I guess that's how he claims the victims. He makes them into butterflies. But that whole scene too, when you first see Red Jack, when you see Red Jack again, like all the people that are just kind of in bondage and like they're just serving him, he's torturing people, he's killing people that he has around him, and he just has no remorse, and again, this goes back to even the reason that he was reaching out to Niles is because he knows that he's gonna do that, right?
Yeah, he's almost as psychotic as Vigilante.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And then like you said, Niles eventually gets the upper hand on him, stabs him in the neck, and then he falls.
Like, he's getting off on it.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. Like he was really enjoying that suffering, feeling it for himself. I guess it's probably the maximum amount of suffering that you can get, through yourself. And then even when he gets stabbed in his stomach and all the, like he's falling apart, it's like he's just loving it. Red Jack is just in awe, the whole time, and just bursts out.
Doing it for him.
It just bursts out into butterflies. But yeah,
and then the whole experience seems like it gets now started on a design for Robot Man 2.0.
Really? At the end?
Yeah, at the end.
I don't remember
that. He starts like you see him write down Robot Man 2.0.
Oh,
so he's gonna start a new design for Cliff. It looks like
to like move his brain into it.
More than likely.
We'll see. That's crazy.
Yeah. And then I think at the very end, Jane gets locked up in the underground.
Yes, that's true. She just wakes up and she's in a cage in the underground. Man, I can't wait to see that now because like I feel like we might get Miranda soon. Something's gonna happen with Miranda where she's gonna pop out.
They kind of mentioned her.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah,
the whole underground thing, the intervention, like everything that she's kind of been going through, like it's gonna lead to something like that. And I think we'll see that, like even the craziness that's gonna happen with Dorothy soon. I mean, man, I'm just so into everything.
Because I also wonder what's gonna happen with Danny. Like, did she kill Danny?
No, because wasn't he repairing Danny at the end?
Oh yeah,
too?
It looked like that's what he was doing. But because he had the Danny brick, but that's when he turned around and wrote Robot Man 2.0.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then he was saying, and they were kind of like alluding to the like, it's not about just how you do damage, like as long as you're trying to fix the situation too, which was
he does mention that.
Poetic. Yes. A really great episode. I enjoyed this one. Still good show. And I want to see the next.
Yeah. And apparently I want to see a lot more of Cyborg.
His dick. Let us know. Send us pictures, thank you.
So
hi. I smell like citronella now because I want to go fix my plant.
Okay. So we had the series premiere of DMZ.
Yeah.
All the premiere were like 5 episodes.
It was 4.
Whatever. I watched the first one.
Same.
And so the series is set in the near future where a second American Civil War has turned the island of Manhattan into a demilitarized zone. DMZ. Caught between forces of the USA and the secessionist Free States of America. So, stars Rosario Dawson.
Yes. And so I'll just say this though: 4 episodes at once, you guys are pushing it.
Well, we used to get entire series at once.
Yeah. I think though, I do like the week by week. I think I prefer that. I don't know. It's just because that's 4 episodes, and like we're gonna be behind, essentially, right? Yeah. Because next week there's gonna be another 4 episodes, or a new episode, So, but we're just talking about season 1, episode 1. But it's just like it was. The episode name was GoodLuck, by the way, because I remember you forgot.
Yes.
But yeah, 4 episodes is a lot to kind of throw. 2 is acceptable. 2 is acceptable. 3 is really like pushing it, and then 4 is just no. I'm not gonna watch 4 episodes. Yeah, I know you mentioned it, but no. What did you feel overall about this season premiere?
Okay, so the way it started, I was kind of I had a hard time kind of just paying attention at first. The way it started, it seemed like there wasn't much information on what was going on. It just you're right in the middle of it and you don't know what the hell's happening.
Yeah.
But as the episode progressed and things are explained in a way that it doesn't feel like they're just giving you an exposition dump, I just thought it was very clever. The way that you're told things without feeling like they're just telling you things. Like, certain movies, they get the dialogue is all clunky. Like they'll be like, "Hi, little sister of mine who is very popular in school."
Oh yeah.
Like that type of thing.
Yeah.
Like no, like this felt very organic. It made sense why Rosario Dawson's character Alma.
Yeah, Alma Ortega
didn't know what was going on in the DMZ.
Yes,
because
right.
she's not from there.
Right.
So this show follows Alma Ortega as she is looking for the son that she lost.
Maybe you should say it in Spanish.
Alma Ortega.
Well, you don't have to say Ortega every time. Just Alma. Maybe it comes off more natural on the tongue for you.
Z.
What?
Z.
What about Z?
That's what he calls it. The little kid calls it.
Oh, what the fuck?
What was his name? Like
wait, the kid's name?
Cellatrix or something like. I don't remember her name, but he's like, I think I'm gonna call you Z.
Oh, like, it was like Zarella.
Zarella. Right. Yes.
What a weird middle name.
Yeah. So it follows Rosario Dawson's character as she is smuggled into the demilitarized zone, the DMZ, looking for her kid.
Yep.
She mentions how she's looked already in the free states and she's looked in the U.S.
Yeah.
And she can't find them, so she's like, the only place left is there.
Yeah.
When the episode ended, I wanted to keep going.
Me too.
I totally would have.
Yes.
Yeah. See, like if we weren't doing this show, I would have watched all 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Like happily.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, but it's a lot of note taking too, right?
Oh, yeah, very much so.
Yeah. So, and which is why we're taking it at the pace that we did.
And that was the reason I didn't take notes.
Yeah.
I kind of got into it.
Yeah.
And just totally left it all by the wayside. And I was like, you know what? I'm really liking this. I'll come back and watch it again.
Cool.
And take notes the second time around.
Yeah.
And then I just didn't have time.
Yeah, and I was a lot more intrigued than I thought I was. Like I found myself moving from one position of my couch to the other because I was just like, so it sounds silly, but I was on the edge, but I just got closer to be able to like be more immersed in it, I guess, as I was watching it. But I how I've said this before. I like Rosario Dawson. I think that she did great. Even just in the first episode, her personality is just there for it. She gets serious when she needs to get serious because she does kind of show off a more serious side, but also a more emotional side,
like
a
maternal
side, a playful side, even at a certain point too. And I was really intrigued by the story as well. It seemed a little like done because it seemed a little done. Like it reminded me almost of not Resident Evil. The Walking Dead. It reminded me of The Walking Dead in a sense because
he's looking for his family.
He's looking for his family, so like except without the zombies, right? It's more of like
I would have liked it more with zombies.
I honestly I was hoping the Z had something to do with zombies.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be some kind of post-apocalyptic type.
Yeah, so at least
instead it's grounded a lot more in reality.
Unfortunately, right? Unfortunately, that
because it seems like it could happen soon.
I mean, especially with the way things have been lately, right? It seemed like a very real take on life, which I guess is a good twist, right? It's not really a comic. It's not a comic book movie per se, right? It's not like superheroes and supervillains. It's not zombies, which is what we're so used to seeing, especially in this type of almost like this type of environment where they're trying to keep people out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Who knows if that's the road it takes on later on? I guess doesn't seem likely. It seems more like this world is going to be ruled by gangs, specifically the DMZ zone. The DMZ is going to be ruled by gangs, and I'm just excited to see kind of what happens with the story, with with her character and all the characters that they introduced in the beginning.
Yeah, because there are quite a bit.
Yes.
Well, I mean there's Parko.
Yes, Parko, the main gang leader.
Well, I would think Wilson is the main gang leader, the Asian guy.
Why would you say was he a gang leader?
Yeah, because he's the one that holds all the power, basically.
Oh, okay.
That's what the nurse Rose. That's what she was saying.
Oh, okay.
Wow, no notes.
Impressive, yes.
Yeah, but that's what Rose was saying. She's like, oh, like he holds all the power. He knows who everything is. And she even asked, like, oh, do you think he has a chance to win the election? And she's like, I don't know. Like,
so is Wilson also running to be elected?
That's what it seemed.
Oh, okay.
Like.
No.
At least that's what episode 1 made it seem like.
Okay, I mean, I might have missed exactly what he. The representative. I was a little distracted by Wilson. I thought Wilson was a very handsome man.
He was a very handsome man.
And I was like really like, hello, Wilson. The whole time. So maybe that's why kind of the flirting between him and Alma was great.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why I got a little lost. But yes. Well, I guess so. It could. Oh, well, it makes sense now. It just triggered why he's gonna be probably a more important character, just like Parko, like you said.
Yeah. So there's a point in the show where we see a big wall of names. And there's one guy that's just crossing out names.
Yeah.
Right? And there's a little girl. And she's just like, oh, why'd you kill this guy? And then he's like, because he was rude to me. And she's like, my dad was rude to you. Like, that's why his name's crossed off. Like, it was stupid of him.
Yeah.
It was stupid of him to be rude.
Yeah.
And like, it shows you like how ruthless this character can be and how ruthless this area is for this girl to just be like, oh yeah, like my dad's up there.
Yeah.
Like, I get it.
Yeah. Like just accepting of it.
Yeah. Like, he was a dick. That's cool.
His name was Skell, is what they were calling him.
Yes.
Yeah. So he was, what is he, like an assassin almost? I guess.
Like a hitman type enforcer.
Yeah.
For a Parko.
Yeah. I like the Parko being introduced with like the rest of the gangs, right? Like they just started listing like all the gangs. So there was I wrote down all their names. The Bowie Protectorate, the West Side Collective, El Camino Muerto, Mercer Street, the 2-4s, and the Kings, which was the Kings was led by Parko. Yeah. And him, the character that he was representing, like trying to run for office in this DMZ, and the way that he's like kind of almost like a big mob boss as well,
He's very
like
charismatic too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I'm sitting there going, shit, I'd vote for him.
I mean, he brought all those gangs together,
Yeah.
so yeah, like it was, and they were all very unique in the way that they represented themselves,
Yeah. Because so he's trying to get the support of the 2-4s in the beginning, and he tells me, he's like, fine, you know what? If you don't want to support me, if you make it to that door, you can walk out and it's done. Like, I'll accept it.
Right.
And like Skell is just there, just blocking it.
Yeah.
So then Skell and the leader of the 2-4s have to like battle it out, basically.
Yeah, I think his name was it Jason or Jordan? Oh, Jordan. Jordan was the leader of the 2-4s. Yeah. And exactly that, they fought it out, it obviously Jordan started off really well and then ended up losing.
It made me think a lot of, have you seen Snatch?
No.
The Brad Pitt movie?
I don't think so. No.
Oh, it's such a great movie.
Okay.
It's funny because Brad Pitt just has like this thick Cockney accent in it.
Oh, okay.
So you can't understand shit he says.
Yeah.
But it's just so well done. But he's a bare knuckle boxer in it.
Oh, okay.
And there's a scene in it where he's in a fight. And it just starts off with him getting his ass handed to him.
Oh, wow.
But like the guy punches him and he falls through like a fence, so he's kind of like sitting at an incline.
Yeah.
And he's stretching, like trying to like while he gets up.
Oh yeah.
And like just one hit just takes the guy out.
Yeah.
So like that's what this scene kind of reminded me of, like a bare knuckle boxing type match.
Right.
And yeah, like just Skell takes him down.
He does.
He's choking him out at the end, and that's when Parko steps in and he's like, hey, he's got to be able to walk out of here.
Yeah. Do you feel like the actor that's portraying Skell is like
intimidating?
Is intimidating? Yeah, like
he's kind of scrawny and small.
And not to say that that person cannot be intimidating, but I don't know if so far the characters, right? If he makes sense for that specific type of role,
Yeah.
So I
especially finding out who he is at the end of the episode, I would imagine he would have a darker complexion.
So I mean, I guess, do we want to jump into the end of the episode? Well, not in a sense of like just the main part of the story.
So we have Alma coming into the DMZ. looking for her son.
Yeah.
And so far, like no one knows where her son is.
Right.
She asked Wilson where he's at. And he's like, I don't know.
And that was her last option too.
Because he knows everybody. Like he knew
Yeah.
Alma had got like how she got in and who brought her in and everything.
Right.
Like he had all that information.
Yeah.
His bodyguard. Oh my God, I was in love.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I was like, oh my God, you could not handle me like that. She just flipped her. I was like, whew.
Yeah.
Oh my.
They were at the Unity house, by the way. It's spelled YUNNU and TEA, like a tea house, you know. So yeah, but you're right. I mean, that whole gang of beautiful women right there.
Yes.
It was all you.
Wilson, you lucky man.
And then to end up in the masterpiece of Wilson for myself.
So later on at the end of the episode, she meets somebody with that had the name on the wall.
Yes.
Michael Bauer.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's Jack Bauer. I was like, is that the guy from 24? But no, that's Jack Bauer.
Yeah.
So Michael Bauer is like, she tells her like, oh, I saw your name on Skell's wall.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, that's Psycho. And he brings up Parko.
Yep.
And
that he's working with Parko.
Yeah. And then he's like, whoever stands in Parko's way, he sends his kid after him.
Yeah. Did he say kid though?
He said, he said he sends his kid. And she's like, wait, what did you say? He said, oh, Parko. No. Like, what did you call him?
Yeah.
His kid? Skell. And so she realizes that we see through a flashback that Parko was her ex-boyfriend.
Yes.
The one that was in jail, because at some point they're like, what about his dad? And he said, he was in jail. Oh, nobody survived that.
Oh, yeah.
But it seems that Parko survived.
Right.
And Parko was her boyfriend, and Parko is her son's dad.
Yeah, and has become one of the leaders of this DMZ. You know? Yeah.
So now she's aware that Skell is her son.
Yes.
And she runs back into the DMZ basically.
Right. Yeah. Everybody that she was with was killed at the end right there too. Yeah. As she's trying to go back into, I guess, the regular zones. I don't know what to call them. But it was just in that moment she had to like head back because, like you said, she realized that her son, and that's been the whole point of the first episode. By the way, it was her trying to find her son, like you kind of explained, and it was never really clear like what had happened to him. I didn't know that was her son, which was cool to kind of hide it.
Yeah,
you know, as long as they did, it was very. Again, Skell's a little scrawny, but it was very well hidden. I think I was still looking for. Like, I guess because they showed her son at a certain point too. Yeah. For somebody more resembling that kid, he did look different. But the interesting part was kind of the build up to like that ending part, right? She did end up like in the beginning of like closer to the beginning of the episode. She ended up in that hospital, right? Yeah. Where she met Rose, who was a nurse, and the whole story, the way they kind of traveled together, I thought was really great. I didn't know Rose was gonna die the whole time, and spoilers, she dies.
It was pretty brutal too.
Yeah. Well, so she there's a point where and Rose knew that she wasn't from the area, right? Yeah,
she figured it out. She was like, you can't have this many questions if you're from around here.
The way she was interacting with people, because she was a nurse. Alma was a nurse, or the way she would like handle like very traumatic situations. She was really good at handling those situations. Yeah. She just took charge, right? And Rose was picking up on those notes. There was a point where they were like some random dude stole Alma's backpack.
Yeah.
Right? And then her like that's where they were having that conversation. Right before that was where they're having the conversation. Not from here, you know, like take me back with you. Like she wanted to get out of the DMZ zone. Yeah. The DMZ. And so at a certain point, Rose's character is shot when they're about to get to that bridge, right? Yeah. She was shot and she couldn't really move. You know, it was this big old craziness. We didn't even talk about Odie though, the little kid.
No, we didn't.
Yeah. Oh my God, that Odie story.
That was heartbreaking.
Oh my God,
that's so sad.
I honestly cried when so Odie's this random little kid that Rose knows, which is why I remembered. In when you first kind of introduce Odie, he's with his grandpa, and his grandpa is telling him, "Oh, I'm getting chills just thinking about it." His grandpa tells him, "Hey, like, go talk to the nurse, like, have her give you a room. You know, like, you can't just depend on grandpa.
Yeah.
You know, basically is what
Like
he's
he
telling
tells
him.
her, like, you don't need to live here with this smelly old man.
Yeah. Oh,
And like,
I don't even remember that
yeah,
line, but
like
oh.
when you see that reveal at the end of the episode, you're like, oh
yes, and it was funny. Right before,
getting chills out.
I know I am getting chills. Right, like so Odie is a really intriguing little kid that they added. He's very mature for his age. Obviously,
apparently his Miles Morales too.
That would be a better Miles Morales. You're welcome.
Yeah.
But this kid's really mature. The nurse Rose, like kind of took care of him at a certain point and gave him a grilled cheese sandwich. There was this big old attachment to them too. Mm-hmm. At one point, Rose, after getting shot, she's in a hospital, and it seems like one of the kings came and like killed another person. I don't remember who this dude was specifically.
He was just in the beginning of when she first gets to the hospital. They drag him in, and he's the one with the.
But they didn't say why they were trying to kill him, did they?
No, like all it was somebody came in with an injury, and that's when they had Alma like take care of him. Take care of him,
suture it.
Yeah,
or whatever.
So he's just a character.
Yeah.
That they were trying to kill. That's it.
And so the king, one of the kings, one of the members of the kings, I guess to me it was one of the members of the kings, or was it somebody else?
I didn't get that.
Based on the attire, you know how like they were cholo-ish. So I'm assuming
racist.
I'm just saying they all had different styles. You know, there was the women group, the kings. You know, there were different groups.
Okay.
Based on the attire, I was assuming they were kings. Anyway. She showed up. She killed that one dude. In the process, also killed Nose Rose. Nurse Rose, right? Who was attached to Odie, right? Mm-hmm. Odie never got a hint of it because Rosario Dawson's character, Alma, I forgot, you know, even though she was in pain from the loss of Rose, she was taking care of him, made him a grilled cheese sandwich, blah, blah, blah. You go later on to where Odie leaves. You know, he goes back to his house. He's like, I'm home. I'm happy to be home type of thing. He's expressing himself, and he's talking to his grandpa again. And the grandpa's like, hey, like,
did you talk to her?
Did you talk to her? Like, are you gonna prepare to move out? And at a certain point, I noticed, you know, his golden watch, because it was very like, it was popping, right? I was like, oh, that's interesting. You get this glimpse. You're looking at Odie. He's like talking to Grandpa, and he has his he has his little hamster or with him, and Grandpa walks away towards like a chair, right, where you see like a hand.
No, not even like the first inkling you get of it is like Grandpa standing next to him, and the camera angle changes.
Yeah, so that's that's right before it happens.
Yeah,
right?
So right when the camera angle changes, you realize that there's no one behind him.
Yes,
and
it showed Grandpa standing behind him in one scene, and then behind him, like he wasn't there.
Yeah,
and then you see a hand. Right. At first, this is the reason I'm thinking it this way in my brain is because I thought, oh, maybe that's her grandma, but then I realized, oh shit! I even told Adolfo in that moment. I was like, oh shit, is he wearing the same watch? Oh shit, that's his grandpa, you know?
Yeah.
So it turns out that Odie is like hallucinating or seeing his grandpa still talking to him, still telling him he's holding him back, but grandpa is really dead the whole time. That scene totally got me off guard. I was like, oh my God, like this is terrible. This little kid is living by himself essentially with his dead grandpa right there.
Yeah, because as soon as that camera angle changed, I was like, oh my God.
Yes.
Like, he's not really there.
He's not really there. And then everything he was saying started making sense.
Yep.
So it was so creepy, such a plot twist. It was like good plot twist, you know, like maybe Signs.
And okay, look,
not Signs.
So something that Sixth Sense.
Something
that makes a plot twist great.
Yeah,
is that when it happens, you could go back and watch it again and see all the clues that lead up to it.
Yeah,
as opposed to Doctor Who, there's just like. And she's his daughter. Yeah. What?
Yeah. Oh, like just thrown in there. Yeah. I can check what you're saying. Yeah. And it was. I think it was such an emotional scene because like this kid was already really mature. You know, like he's already going through all this like situation in the zone, right? Like it's clear that he's grown up way too fast.
Yeah.
You know, because he's probably like what, 7?
Yeah, that was my thought. I thought it was 7 or 8.
Yeah, and here he is living by himself because his grandpa's dead, and he hasn't talked to the nurse, and now the nurse is dead.
Yep.
Too. You know, it was
because and like he even asked like, is Nurse Rose around?
Oh my god!
And she's just like, no, she's not here right now. She goes like, I'll ask her later. Then
I'm getting depressed.
And it was oh my god, it's so sad. Like when you go back and think about it, it's just
the whole time.
It's heartbreaking
from the
and
beginning.
It was so well done.
So well done from the beginning, Grandpa.
And if I didn't have to go to work tonight, I'd go home and watch the second episode right now.
Stop! Why are you crying? Stop it!
It's heartbreaking. Okay,
you're not even. It's me.
I'm only human.
But no, it really did break my heart. It really.
Your eyes are watering.
They really are. Yeah, it was such an impactful scene, and Adolfo knows. Like I was crying. He's like, "Why are you crying?" But no, it was crazy. What? Yeah. What'd you call me?
I want to watch the rest.
See what happens. And I would. Exciting. Yeah, exciting. It's cool. I mean, again, I don't know how much more we were gonna add about it, but this is not, I guess, what I was expecting in a sense. You know, again, it's a DC project, so I was expecting superheroes, or zombies. You know, but I don't know. It's cool that we've jumped on it.
A human story.
Yes, we're getting a human story. Maybe a little too real. No, but I mean, but it's just Rosario Dawson. I'm super intrigued by and excited for, and even the characters that we just got all along the way. Like,
yeah, I mean, like I said, the Wilson character was cool.
Yep, Odie.
His gang was. Oh my god.
Yeah. Wilson. For me, it was Wilson. Like I said,
Parko's really good. Like,
yeah,
I really like Benjamin.
Racist.
You like who? What'd you say?
I really like BenjaminBratt.
Oh yeah,
I think he's just fantastic.
Yeah,
and, this whole cast has been amazing.
Yeah,
I really can't wait.
Scale's okay.
Well, yeah. Well, he doesn't really have that many lines.
Yeah.
I could see why.
Yeah, I mean because it's her son. That's why I would have made it bigger. But who knows? You know what's gonna happen. We got Odie. Really interesting character. I knew Rose was gonna die. I knew she wasn't interesting enough to like live through the first episode. I really did know she was gonna die. I'm like, they're gonna kill her soon. You know, in fact, I thought she died on the bridge. You know, but she didn't. But Odie, Alma, Parko, and Wilson, good shot. I like it. I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to watch episode 2.
Cool. We'll catch it.
That's the plan.
Shut up, bitch. Oh, okay. Can I add just one more thing about DMZ?
Please.
The countdown that they did, I thought that was pretty good. Like the way that the feel of like the countdown, it wasn't really like super important.
Yeah, it ended up being kind of pointless. I guess.
Yeah, but I like that there is like kind of at least even
a hint of urgency.
Yeah. You know, or even a build up to like all the stuff that we got, you know, like Odie's grandpa, like her realizing her son situation.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was worth it.
Who's that
Pokemon? Fucking. Just kidding. We're not talking about Pokemon fucking anymore.
All right. That's our show, folks. Join us next week.
You're really getting off on this, and it's weird. They're Pokemon. But
don't kink shame.
Okay. Look, just for you. Oh wait, never mind. That was gonna be really.
Oh wow, I mean, look at the job done.
Oh my god, stop it! You're gross.
All right, give it to me, Jaime.
Who's that
Pokemon? Welcome back to another JaimesPokedex.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, Jose. I appreciate you. Adolfo's here too, so I appreciate you. But this week I am going to be covering another one from, another new Pokemon that we got in Pokemon Legends Arceus. But first, the baby. So, Basculin. So, Basculin and Basculegion are going to be the two that I'm going to cover today.
Okay.
So, as you can see, Jose, let me just show the camera just in case. Although it doesn't pick up on the image that well, so I'll post it on Instagram. Basculin is, in my opinion, is a very boring Pokemon.
Oh, thank you for sharing.
But thankfully, Basculegion has made them a lot more interesting. So, Basculegion did not exist previously to Pokemon Legends Arceus. And so Basculin was just a red stripe and a blue stripe Pokemon at one point. Like that was the only differences between the two, which is why you get the red stripe and the blue stripe, right? And before it was just really boring. And
so the only difference is aesthetics.
Yeah, literally color, like the stripe color, and that's it, right? Even they even said that the reason it was there was two different colors is because they didn't really have that many.
I thought they ran out of ink.
No, but they didn't have that many water Pokemon, so they just felt like, well, let's just add another variation color to the mix, and that always kind of bothered me because it's like then just don't create it, like, or just do the one because we already have a lot of water Pokemon as it is anyway, in my opinion. So the only difference would be a stripe color. But guess what? We got a third color this time.
What? The heck you say?
We got a white stripe one now. Wow. But you know what? The more I read about Basculin, the more I was like, oh, this is a much more interesting story. Much more interesting than I thought.
Okay.
So it was originally introduced. Oh, it's National Pokedex number 550. Introduced in Pokemon Black and White and Generation 5 in the Unova region. It is characterized as the hostile Pokemon, and you'll find out why. Can you guess what type it is?
Hostile?
No, that's not a type. I might have said it already. Oh my God, stop. They might be listening. They know where you live, bitch.
Water.
Yes, correct. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
I might
good
have said
at this. Thank you.
Wow. Applauding for yourself? Okay. Awkward. Just kidding. I'm just joking.
You let these people applaud my greatness.
Those people, yes. It is a water type, yes. In my research, I learned that, specifically in Unova, the red and blue striped Basculin are very violent and instantly start fighting if they encounter each other. They even
Sounds
fight.
like my exes.
Wow. They even fight for territory. So, that started getting my mind thinking that what if these red and blue colors represent gangs? How dare Pokemon? This is offensive to American culture. I mean, it went there.
Okay.
In Alola, some people call it the thug of the lake. I did not make this up, guys. Wow. This is in the Pokedex. Whether the difference in colors are meaningful is not yet known. Bullshit. It is meaningful to them. They red and blue. We know what this means.
Yeah. Republicans and Democrats. Obviously.
Yes, that's exactly it. Okay. Also, even Basculin, which devours everything it can with its huge jaw, is nothing more than food to organisms stronger than itself. Apparently, they are very tasty. People eat this fish, and other things eat this fish. So it's not just a gang. I mean, it's not just a territorial monster fish, but
Jesse Ventura wrote a book called "The Democribs and the Rebloodlicans."
Oh my God! Wow, I did not say that.
I did.
Well, yeah,
my name's Jaime.
You said that wrong. No, I'm just joking.
My name's Jamie.
Oh, we're not going down this road. But yeah, apparently they're tasty Pokemon. People eat them. In Galar, about the red stripe one in particular, it says, in the past, it often appeared on the dinner tables. The meat of red stripe Basculin is on the fatty side, and it's more popular with the youth.
Same.
Another Galar information from about the blue stripe. The blue stripe Basculin used to be a common food source. They apparently have an inoffensive light flavor. So
same.
You can't be both. And lastly, about the white striped one, in Hisui, Professor Leventon wrote, though it differs from other Basculin in several respects, including demeanor, this one is gentle. I have categorized it as a regional form given the vast array of shared qualities. So the white one doesn't really add much of interestingness.
Very vanilla?
Yeah, it's nicer.
That's racist.
This got awkward. Yes. But moving on to the featured one, Basculegion, which is the reason I wanted to do this. Yeah, Basculegion is
that looks fancy.
Such a cool design to it too. And this is the male version, and this is the female version. So
she looks tired of his shit.
She likes what?
Tired of his shit.
Oh my god. She does though. Yeah.
She's just over it.
Yeah. Really cool look, really cool design when I first saw it. I talked about this a while ago when they were first being announced. And it was introduced in Basculegion is National Pokedex number 902. So we're up to with that one is 902 Pokemon. Introduced in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Yep.
I remember there was only 600.
I remember when there was only 150 the first generation.
Well, yeah, that's the one I remember. Why did I say 600? It just seems like the right number.
I mean, it's up to 902 right now that I'm going over. So 600's in there, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
technically, I'm not wrong.
Anyway, Basculegion was introduced into Pokemon Legends Arceus, which is the one I'm playing right now in the Hisui region. It is characterized as the big fish Pokemon. And can you guess what kind of typing this one has?
Huh. The fish Pokemon.
Big fish Pokemon.
Big fish Pokemon.
Yeah.
I'm going to say water.
Okay. Could there be a second type as well?
What? Poison.
No, but that's a good guess.
Swimming?
Water? Anyway, Basculegion is a water ghost Pokemon.
Ghost? Wait,
yes,
ghost?
Yes, ghost. Look at its design. And now it makes more sense too. In the game, it looks really cool because you see even its tail.
Yeah.
Like kind of,
okay.
Yeah, it becomes very ghostly. And I'll tell you why. It's a Pokemon ghost type.
More to this.
Yes. It evolves from Basculin by taking recoil damage up to 294 damage to itself, basically, without feigning itself. Okay. So usually done by this move called Wave Crash. A Pokemon move that the user shrouds its
pain from.
Yes, so it shrouds itself. What I was going to say was it shrouds itself in water and slams into the target with its whole body to inflict damage. It also does recoil damage. So that's how you get him to evolve, is do enough damage to yourself without dying, without fainting, because Pokemon don't die.
Same.
To damage yourself, and then you can evolve.
Yeah.
So special Basculegion is worshipped in Hisui due to its being one of the 10 ancient Pokemon, and I say this obviously about all the ones that we're talking about lately. In particular, it is one of the ride Pokemon who resides in the Cobalt coastlines and assists humans. This ride Pokemon.
How big are they?
They're huge. They're huge. You actually ride on it. So if you think about like a horse in water. No, but I'm saying like
kind of like a Lapras.
Yeah, because if you think about the size of a Lapras, Jose, you know more about this than I thought.
Yeah, that's the only one I know.
Well, yeah, Ash rides Lapras in the anime. So yeah, actually, Basculegion allows you to travel over water in this game. So normally, if you fall in water, you drown.
Or you swim.
Not this guy. You drown. You have to be rescued by a rescue team. No, but yeah, he's one of the ride Pokemon. So you jump on his back and he lets you travel across water, like distances, things like that. It's really
like
cool.
A dolphin.
Yeah, maybe bigger than a dolphin.
Okay.
I mean, I guess you could put a kid on the back of a dolphin. I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Lapras was a good example. We'll just stick to that. Because in real life, we don't ride fish. So.
Speak for yourself.
Or do Jose, I am learning way too much about you. This is our last story, guys.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Okay, there's not much that we know about Basculegion because again, he's from the Hisui region, and it's like our first time getting to know him. In Hisui, Professor Levantin wrote, clads itself in the souls of comrades that perish before fulfilling their goals of journeying upstream. So no other species throughout all of Hisui's rivers is Basculegion's equal. So the reason it's a ghost type is because it absorbs the energy of the Basculins that have died and becomes a Basculegion. So that's why it's half water, half ghosts. It's a really cool Pokemon.
Yeah.
When I first saw it, I was like, this is great. The ride aspect is really cool. You can travel over water with it. So That was Legion and Basculin for the week.
All right.
Who's that Pokemon?
No, it was Basculin and Basculegion. Thank you for asking again.
I learned so much.
You look like you learned a lot today.
I did.
I'm happy you did.
Very much
I
so.
learned a lot about you, maybe more than I wanted to. You learned that you have a fish thing. It's weird, but okay, I guess.
I can't watch The Little Mermaid anymore.
Stop it, Jose. Finding Nemo. You're so nasty, Jose. You need to get this checked. Jose, making
That's
everything.
How you get crabs.
Wow. Yeah, this is not supposed to be that.
All right, so next week,
yes, sir.
we have more Doctor Who.
Yep.
We have more Doom Patrol.
Yep.
And more DMZ.
Yes, the 3Ds. I don't know why that's a thing. But no, that's the DMZ and Doom Patrol I'm excited for. Doctor Who can go to hell. Nah.
I'm like, I know which episode this is.
Have you seen it?
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, recently is what I mean.
Yeah, I haven't rewatched it.
Cool.
I don't remember hating it
Okay.
specifically,
Yeah.
but I know it gets bad again.
Yeah. What date is it? It's the 20th. So we're getting closer and closer also to the release of Moon Knight. Yeah.
I think Moon Knight next Friday?
No, it looks like 10 days from now.
10 days? Oh,
Yeah.
the 30th, huh?
Yeah, because it's the 20th today.
Yeah.
Also, and soon we're gonna get Morbius
Morbius
on the 1st, so that's coming up. But for now, DMZ, Doom Patrol, and Doctor Who is what we got. I can't think of anything else.
Not at this moment. No, but I mean, yeah, we got Moon Knight coming up. We got Morbius.
Yep. So yeah, and then cool.
Sweet.
All
All right, we got content, kind of.
Well, DMZ is good for now. So
I'm
Doom Patrol.
enjoying it.
Yeah, me too.
All right, well, join us next week. We just told you what's coming.
Jose on fish.
Who needs tartar sauce?
Stop it.
You did this.
I can't eat this anymore. Or maybe I can. I'm okay with it.
All right, anything else said?
No, I'm good.
Have a week.
Bye.